You know, Rob, I've been saying for a while that maybe the sleeper streaming service, because when we talk streaming services, we talk Netflix, we talk HBO Max, obviously we talk Disney Plus. But to me, one of the best in the game right now is Amazon. Amazon Prime is like killing it. And one of the things they've been killing it with lately is Invincible. And last night was the Invincible season finale. Like we talked yesterday on the show about the fact that Invincible just got officially greenlit for 2 more seasons, which is fantastic news. I have loved this show. I think they've done such a great job with it. And now they are moving forward with 2 more seasons. Got a chance to watch the finale last night. And I just thought we'd take a minute here. We're not going to go into a full spoiler discussion on Invincible, but I thought we would at least take a minute to give overall thoughts on the season. And I will say this, not surprising to anybody, I have loved this season. I have loved it because in the midst of it being a superhero property and in the midst of it being gritty and R-rated, ooh, they say fuck, woo! Like in the midst of all the blood and gore and all that kind of stuff, they have made a great story with great characters that they give depth to and you get emotionally invested in, and they give weight to the episodes and they give consequences to the episodes, and they kind of balled it up into like a bit of a mystery package as well. Like what the hell is going on with Omni-Man? And anybody who read the comics, of course, knows what's going on with Omni-Man. But the finale last night, and again, I'm not going to go into full spoiler details. You guys, if you saw last week's episode, you know it ends with Mark and Omni-Man, now father and son, face to face. And, you know, Omni-Man's going to come completely clean with them about his origins, about what his true mission is, all this kind of stuff. And all I can say is, from a storytelling point of view, like my wife and I watched this last night, and Anne, she used the word devastated. Like she was devastated as the events were unfolding and what was going on, and horrified for Mark and understanding the scope of what Omni-Man was really doing and what it was all about. And it was awesome from a visceral point of view because there's lots of blood and gore and action, all that kind of stuff. But more importantly, all that would be meaningless and all that would be visual noise if it wasn't for the fact that they were building it on great storytelling. There was story being told, Rob, in the action. There was narrative being laid out in the midst of the destruction. There was, you know, all that stuff was being built around telling a great story. And when you do that, you create something very special. I can't imagine being more thrilled with how this season went. It was very different from a lot of the other superhero fare that we have out there. The story was fantastic. The characters were great. I cannot wait for season 2. I don't give numerical scores for things, Rob. I haven't given numerical scores for things in my reviews for years now. But I will tell you this. If I did give numerical scores, it would be high. If I gave a score for Invincible Season 1, it would be a large number. I couldn't be more thrilled about it. I couldn't have found it to be a more satisfying season finale where they did what a season finale should do. Bring closure to a story that's been told while opening the door and introducing us for where the story is going to go next. And that's what this show did, and I thought they just crushed it. Anyway, Rob, I know you haven't had a chance to see the finale yet itself, but what have been your overall impressions of Invincible now that we know we're getting more seasons?
Well, first, while, you know, they've changed some of the actual incidents, the order of things, I think it's a terrific adaptation of the comic series. Very faithful, really well done, and what I've really been... and you get the violence that you expect. Nice photo. No, I think one of the things I love about it, I love the cast, the voice cast.
Yeah, they've been great.
I mean, it's just a really, you know, the animation at first I was a little iffy on just because it was very realistic. You know, but it looked like the comics, and after, you know, halfway through the first episode, I'm like, wow, this is really great. It's really.
But let's call it what is the animation. Let's be honest. The animation does feel low budget. I mean, it does feel lower budget, which I start to ignore that just because the story being told is so great. You know what I mean? But you know, let's be fair. It's not the highest quality, most expensive animation you can get out there.
No, but then again, it's a TV animated series, and they are going for a very naturalistic, realistic look. I mean, it's not like manga; it's not highly stylized or anything like that, and or anime, and it has a look. It has a look that's its own identity, and I like that. At first, I was like a little but then I was like, nope. And then as the story has unfolded, they've done, I think, a terrific job. I mean, even if you don't dig animation, but you like superhero stories, it's still great. Like, you forget after a while you're watching an animated show as you get really involved with what's going on. And I think it's a terrific series. I have yet to watch the finale, but I know it's gonna. I mean, I would assume that there's a revelation that would happen. I would assume it happens in the finale, and you have alluded to as much. And I won't say what that is because I've read the comics, but I can't wait.
Yeah, and it's done really well. And overall, I just think this has been a great. I didn't know what to expect from it, to be honest with you. I knew a little bit about the comics. I knew a little bit about the overall story of it, but I didn't know whether I thought it would translate well into a show. Dear heavens, Amazon kills it again. Amazon absolutely kills it again. Question is for you guys. What have you thought about Invincible Season 1? I think it's been an absolute complete win. How do you guys feel about it? Jump on down into the comments section below and let us know your thoughts. Okay, guys.